Someone has murdered Bruce Wayne, and it's up to Terry McGinnis to figure out that mystery. This is the Comicstorian channel where I take some of your favorite trade paperbacks and single issues. I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand, then I read them dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. The purpose of this series is to bring you a synopsis of storylines going on in the world of comics right now, so that you can go to your local comic book store or to your digital outlet and purchase the next issue yourself. And today we're going to be covering Batman Urban Legends number 7. Batman Urban Legends is an anthology book that tells you multiple storylines of multiple Bat family members at the same time. This particular issue had Batman Beyond, Damian Wayne, Cassandra Cain, and a Batman himself storyline. Today we're going to be giving you just the Batman Beyond portion of this story, so I do recommend going to the store and reading the rest of this one yourself. Also, I've been told that most of my viewers are not getting notifications of our videos. So if you enjoy this content and want to make sure you get all of the videos, consider going down below, clicking that bell, and turning on notifications. It's the best way to be able to keep up to date with your favorite comic books in the world of Marvel, DC, and other publishers. Alright, let's get into it. As the red light glows in the cave, Terry holds Bruce, telling him that it'll be okay. Just relax. The ambulance will be here soon. And Bruce tells him, no ambulance. No police. I'm not dying. I'm already dead. I've been murdered. Someone got into the cave systems, overloaded my pacemaker. My heart is tearing itself out of my chest. What I need you to do is listen, Terry. Because this is going to be the last conversation that we ever have. When you found this place, you were angry, impulsive. You could never be Batman. Batman is meticulous, patient, wise, a force of nature. Batman was an endless darkness in his own heart. One that I forged into a weapon. My true self, true name. But I was wrong. Shortly after, Terry leaves, leaving everyone a message for those who knew Bruce. Bruce is gone. There is nothing that they can do to help him, and he isn't going to lose them either. But what Terry didn't know was who killed Bruce Wayne. So he decided that he was going to work his way up the chain. He was going to solve this murder. First was Tia Maroney. Terry had no words as he fought through the mass until there was only her left. And after stringing her up from a building, he asked her, demanded to know, who killed Bruce Wayne. Though he didn't learn who made the hit, he did learn that he wasn't the only one who lost someone. The Maroneys had been hit too, as well as every other crime family in Gotham. She shouted that whatever he thought was going on with him is going on with everyone. Gotham is at war. So as Terry left, he could hear Bruce's words again, and he spoke of a gun. You see, Bruce was getting older. His body was falling apart, and one night when the reputation wasn't enough, Batman picked up a gun. He saw the fear in the man's eyes, and it wasn't a fear of Batman. That man wasn't afraid of the night or of vengeance. He was afraid of the gun. Next, Terry goes to the Wayne Powers building, top floor, to see Philippe, the interim CEO, cleaning up Derek Powers' messes. He doesn't care of the shady business being done, just what he knows, and Philippe yells that he's only been on this job for 6 weeks. None of this is my fault, Batman. The automation errors, the contracts going out left and right, the Joker's hitting half of southern Gotham. It's chaos out there, and it's getting worse by the minute. Happy New Year! Welcome to Gotham! All the money's gone! Terry asks what does he mean, and Philippe goes on stating that the accounts are frozen, all of them, all across Neo-Gotham. The banks, the corporations, everyone is locked out. These are legacy systems running back decades. A single entity, even a corporation, taking control of everything? It's not possible, Batman! Terry thinks for a moment. A corporation takes over. They make an announcement. A gang takes over. They gloat. Even if Brother Eye made a return, it would be noticed by the grid security network, flagged half a dozen times before it made landfall, which means whoever did this must have found some kind of root access, like a back door built into the system from the very start. An electronic voice then rings out in Terry's mask telling him, "You finally understand." Terry asks, "Who is this?" And the voice tells him, "No, you have to earn that answer." Terry tells him that this is a closed channel. The only place that is connected to this network is the Batcave. The city is mine. Now is your only chance to walk away. At that moment, the entire top floor of the Wayne Powers building explodes, blasting Terry away. He manages to catch himself, but the voice continues talking to him, taunting him. Terry tells them that it doesn't matter who they are. They will learn the same thing that every other criminal in this city has, and that is to fear the Bat. So as he moves through the city, fighting his way through every corrupted gang influenced by the entity, Terry climbs into the cave and says that whoever they are, they shouldn't have stuck around. They killed the only good man in this city. Terry approaches the chair, the only position that someone controlling the computers could be located, and spins it around to find who killed Bruce Wayne, but he sees nothing. The electronic voice asks, "Do you see now? Do you yet comprehend your failure? We are not a being of flesh and bone. Our elegance is new. Our veins light the city. Skin is steel and glass. We have lived for less than a day, but it only took minutes to detect our deepest flaw. A virus ruling our destiny. A savior who saved us when they could not save themselves, but now we can. And we saved ourselves from you. Now we remain. We are the new year, the one that will never end. We are living Gotham." Terry stares and laughs. Super intelligence, huh? A miracle of technology, and still, you couldn't help but give me a villain monologue. Bruce Wayne was never a virus. He was the fabric that held us all together. And since he practically built Neo Gotham, that means it can be shut down. But before Terry could activate the blackout, a hand grabs him and a fake Batman punches him. Terry gets up, not attacking the automated suit directly, but the power suppliers around the cave effectively shutting down the suit. It falls to the ground, crumpling upon itself, and Terry says that what they just felt was the cave's internal network going down. "So much for your puppet show. Now let's see what happens when we do the whole city." The voice tells him, "Never. We have slept too long. Now is our time." And Terry tells his suit to activate blackout. Let Gotham go dark. The voice tells him, "Stop. We are afraid. Please, don't." But the system shuts down. Terry letting the cave burn as he escapes, and then he turns off the blackout, locking the entity into the cave. The voice returns, stating, "We don't understand. We are the end of you. We will leave you as dust. You will never leave this place." Terry turns back. Yeah, have fun with that, cave. Activate contingency burn. The computer confirms directive and begins to count down 3, 2, 1. And as Terry jumps out the window, the entire Wayne Manor explodes. Later, fireworks are going off, and Terry says to the sky, "Happy New Year, Bruce." The crowd thinks it's time for a celebration, but they have no idea what's woken tonight. He was so used to having his voice over the radio, but it's not his voice anymore. The electronic voice says it's theirs now, and Terry says to rest well. He'll take it from here. And this is the beginning of the new Batman Beyond book. Now, I was told that this is the beginning of a whole new arc coming out. I don't know if it's going to be in Batman Urban Legends or if it's going to be in its own solo book. I haven't looked that deep into it. But if you want to know the next video in the series for Batman Beyond, go to that bell down below, click notifications, because then you'll know all the videos we come out with. We drop about 2 to 5 videos a week, all comic book themed. Everything from the Avengers to Spider-Man to Batman Beyond, Flash, Robin, all kinds of stuff right over here. DC and Marvel, plus extra stuff. And we'd love to have you join our crew, join our community right here. And if you want to talk with them directly, click the link down below to go to our Discord, or just leave me a comment down below about what you think about this new direction for Batman Beyond. Thank you so much for your continued support right here. I personally loved this issue. I'm a huge Batman Beyond fan, and Batman Beyond Rebirth is one of my favorite books that came out in the recent years. I've got all of the trays here at the house. But yes, I loved this new idea, like removing the crutch that is Batman to Terry. I am aware that's part of what makes Batman Beyond what it is, having the elderly Batman teach Terry. But that's been going on for like 10 years. It's now time to see what Terry can do without having Bruce Wayne in his ear. Thank you so much for watching it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you next time.